So a lot of confession to make at the start of today's episode. The last few episodes you'd seen had all been bank recorded, typically just before they release the winter update. So today's episode is the first episode on the winter update. Let's see how it's changed the gameplay. Yes, hello, welcome back into the FM Sports YouTube channel here with the Killie boys on Football Manager 21. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button for more Football Manager content at 11 AM, Monday through Friday. In the last episode, we played against Queen's Park with a disappointing 0-0 draw, and then we beat Celtic 4-1, which was somewhat surprising, perhaps more surprising that three of our defenders scored three of the goals. And perhaps even more surprising than that, Alan Graham actually did score a goal, our striker. You know, we've had problems with that this season, but he did score a goal in that 4-1 win. Since then, I've played a few games, got myself ready for this, had a few days off, as I said before, and the winter updates come out. So we'll see how it's affected the team and the tactics and stuff going into today's two games. Since we last met, we played against Hearts, where we got a 1-1 draw, to be honest. We didn't play that well. Rodell Richards getting us our goal there. And it was an okay performance in the end, but not our best. Played against Inferno, we won 2-0. Bjorn Hardley and Dylan Tate with the goals there. We beat Aberdeen in another disappointing performance, 2-1. Jens Kastrup and Charles Bolly scoring the goals. And at this point, I thought we'd actually been getting results, but we hadn't been playing that well. And that turned into not getting results and not playing well either. Played against St Mirren here where we lost 2-1. Charles Woolley getting a goal, but Jamal Hector Ingram scoring goals either side of that to win 2-1 for St Mirren. And then Rangers, we travelled to Ibrox and we lost 4-1. Consolation going to go for Alan Graham at the end of that there, which hopefully might kickstart his scoring boots. That's what I thought anyway, but an 88th minute winner for Jordan Brown for us against Hibs got us a win in that game. And though the defenders played well, you can see going forward they didn't play particularly well. Another disappointing performance. And then against Hamilton, we got the 3-2 victory. Rodell Richards, Velasquez and Jamie Hamilton scoring the goals for us after going down 2-0 down very early on in that game. So though we can see lots of green in those results there, we actually haven't been playing that well. And we've got two games to play today, Dundee United and Motherwell, before we go on our winter break. And I say we've not been playing that well, but we are somehow at the moment top of the table. We obviously kind of went there after the Celtic result in the last episode, and we have stayed there just about. If Celtic do win their game in hand, however, they will go above us on goal difference, and Rangers, if they win their game in hand, they go a point behind. But it has been very interesting indeed. You can see down to 6th position, there's actually only 6 points separating us. Very close indeed. If you look at our losses, they've been to Rangers, St Mirren and Rangers. And in our draws, we've also got a draw with St Mirren. So our two bogey teams this year appear to be St Mirren and Rangers, at least so far. So thankfully, we don't play either of the two of those today. We play against Dundee United and Motherwell. Dundee United down in 10th position and Motherwell in that top 6 battle. We have been struggling quite a lot with injury recently, and you can see there's some players starting to come back to fitness. Cammy Logan, Mark Spence, Darren Burke, Rodell Richards, Kokovas as well there is short of fitness slightly as well. We ended up that the team was just picking itself really. We weren't really having to make that choice. And for some reason the team is currently set to this formation, which we weren't playing. We were actually playing this formation. Let's move it back to the way it should have been. There we go. And today's game, as I say, is against Dundee United. So let's get into it and let's see if we can perform slightly better. You can see though we do have quite a lot of defenders out injured, including Kokovas, Logan, Spence, not really at full fitness. And the ones that are playing, including CJ Egan Riley and Bjorn Hardley, are not at full condition either because they've had quite a few games to play. It's not great. We've got 7 defenders in the squad, 3 of them currently not at full fitness, so the other 4 just have to play, and that's unfortunately how it has to work. So the team we're going to go with is the one you can see in front of us. They are Robbie Much in goal with Hamilton and Hardley at centre back. They've actually started a nice pairing there, which is disappointing because I really wanted Spence to be one of our centre backs. Egan Riley playing right back and Jordan Brown covering at left back for the injured Kokavas. Burton and Kastrup in the middle with Tate just in front. They're a kind of typical three at the moment. Bolly on the right because Rodell Richards is currently injured, so Larice comes into the left hand side. Again, kind of picks itself because we have Darren Burke who is out injured as well. Bolly would normally play on the left, or Larice or Burke, but Bolly's covering the right, so Larice basically gets that position by default for him there. And up front, we're going to go with Alan Graham. You can see he has scored 4 goals for us, which is more than any of the other strikers. He has played more games, to be fair, but he also has been assisting quite a few as well. Certainly in the build-up play I've noticed watching the last few games. And I wonder if the new update might actually help him, and he might be able to get some goals after this update, maybe? We'll see. You'll also notice that we've changed him back to an advance forward instead of a deep line forward in an attempt to get him some more goals. So here we go. The teams step out of the tunnel, us top of the table, and Dundee United, who are currently in 10th. Actually, quite a few points away from the relegation playoff, so you'd say at this point they were feeling fairly safe, but that could all change. They're playing a 4-4-2 with 2 defensive midfielders instead of central midfielders. And I wonder if this new update has meant there's no chances, because you can see there's only been 1 shot in the whole game so far. That's not ideal. And that first half is concluded without 1 highlight. That is amazing. Perhaps we should go and do something in this second half. I can see CG Egan Riley is not particularly match ready here. He's not particularly fit. I think he might be coming off here. We might move Jordan Brown over to right back and Kastrup to left back. But we do have a chance here. Burton, I say we have a chance. Maybe it's going to be Dundee United, because Burton gives the ball away and Dundee United have a chance to come away with the ball here. McKinstry out to Lopez, trying to get past Bolly there, and Dylan Tate forces them away. Murray with the ball now into Batty and Gallagher and Al Haj, and out here to their right hand side, and Tate intercepts and he comes away with the ball here. And could we have a chance here? Tate with the ball down the left hand side, and that's out for the side net. And that was a very disappointing chance after what could have been something really interesting there. There was a lot of time taken up with that chance, and it ended up not being anything. I'm going to do exactly as I said. Jordan Brown to right back, Jens Kastrup to left back, and we'll bring on Andre Woods in the middle of the park for the last half hour here, and perhaps tell the boys to demand more. Let's see if we can actually do something here. Instead, Dundee United nearly scored a goal. We've got half an hour to go and see if we can do something here. There's more highlights in the second half. Well, there had to be more. There was none in the first half at all. But there are more highlights here, and hopefully we can get something. Jordan Brown down the right-hand side. He swings the ball into Alan Graham, and the ball's cleared on the line, and it's out for a throw-in. Brought off Larice and Bolly, and brought on Greg Kiltie on the left-hand side, and we've brought on Ross Forrest on the right, just to see if those fresh legs can do anything. We've used all our changes now, so hopefully we don't get an injury. Otherwise, we won't be able to sub him off. Jordan Brown nearly got the ball on the right-hand side there, but the ball's cleared away by Dundee United, and Hamilton plays it back to Much and go. We've got 20 minutes left in this game, and we've given away the ball, and it's nearly gone in there. Some dodgy play from us there. You can see we've dominated possession, dominated number of shots, but not had that goal yet. The ball's played forward from Dundee United, and it's just saved by Robbie Much. A good save there. I was just about to encourage the entire team, and while that happens, they played that long ball over the top, and we nearly conceded a goal. There's 10 minutes to go here. What can Jens Kastrup do with this free kick? He plays it into Kiltie, and then he runs up the line. Kiltie goes infield. What's he going to do with it? Does he hit it himself? Straight at Peacock Farrell. Obviously, former goalkeeper of Kilmarnock that we sold to Dundee United earlier this season. It really looks like we're going to draw this game 0-0, and that's going to be awfully disappointing. I'd not want to go into attack in case we open ourselves up at the back, and that's been a hugely disappointing performance all round from every player. I'm going to say that was the sort of match we should be winning. It was not good enough, and most of the team seem motivated with that. Well, that was a disappointing result indeed. In fact, if you went anywhere to watch football in Scotland today, that was disappointing. Celtic beat Aberdeen 4-0, and the other 4 games were all 0-0 draws. That's horrendous, isn't it? That's not a good advert for the Scottish game. But yeah, 0-0 draw. Disappointing. Hopefully we play better against Motherwell in the next fixture. We'll see you then. Just realised I said I'll see you then. It's literally going to be in a split second after this cut. So it's not going to be long at all for you. It's a week and a half for me to advance on. But yeah, let's see who we're going to play against Motherwell. I lied. I'm not going to be showing you the team straight away. What instead I'm going to do is show you the league table. It's above my head there. You see, we've all played the same number of games now, and we're all going to play a game today. and Celtic are 2 points ahead of us. They play against Hearts, so hopefully we get the win today. Celtic got some points and we could go into the winter break on top of the table. But here is the team for the game, not a huge amount different from the last one. We've got Kokavas playing at left back instead of Jordan Brown, and Lee McQueen's coming onto the bench to be our backup goalkeeper because Trott and Brown have both got themselves injured. Trott is out for 3 weeks and Brown's out for 6 weeks. Hopefully some of these injuries return to our squad when we come back from our winter break. I say hopefully. But yeah, so that's the team today. Much in goal. Hamilton and Hardley at the back with Egan Riley, Kokavas at fullback, Burton and Castrop in the middle, Tate just in front, Bolly and Larice on the wings, and Alan Graham up front. Let's see if we can score some goals because his average rating of 6.66 is not good enough for the striker of a team who's challenging at the top of the table. And the game kicks off here, and the first highlight is a corner for ourselves. Charles Bolly swings it in. It's out to Castrop on the edge. Finds Bolly again. What can he do with it? He gets fouled. Is that a penalty? No, it's not. It's just a challenge, and they break away Motherwell. And this could be a Motherwell chance. In fact, it is a Motherwell chance. Leonard on the right-hand side hits it, and it's wide of the goal. Still 0-0. Free kick for ourselves here. Egan Riley with it, and Hamilton plays it forward to Tate. Graham's in the middle if he needs some. Bolly gets the ball back to Tate. Coulson swings it in and it's away as far as long. Hamilton challenges though. And could we get another chance here? Egan Riley into Castrop. Graham just ahead of him. Graham with the ball back to Castrop. Nice build-up play so far for us here. Castrop with the ball again. Back to Burton, who kind of acts as that anchor when he's playing in that position in midfield. Bolly with the ball, and Bolly is our top goal scorer this season. His 10th goal of the year. And it now comes up with a little assist thing there for when you get an assist. The first time I have seen that, because obviously in the first game it was 0-0, so we never got to see that. But yeah, Egan Riley plays it to Bolly. Bolly scores with a nice finish across the keeper. A nice wee bit of the winter update there, showing you the assist. That's much appreciated. I think we're seeing this to see if it's offside, but there was never a chance it was. The right back's playing everyone on. 1-0 Kilmarnock. Corner ball for us here. Bolly swings it in and it's headed away. Castrop does get to it though and plays it all the way back to Burton and Kokavas and all the way back to Robbie Much. I would say in the goal, but he was very much out the goal. Larice with the ball, gets down the left hand side. Can he play it into somebody? No, he hits it well over the bar. High and not at all handsome. And Duffy swings in the corner for Motherwell here. There's lots and lots of highlights in this, making up for the fact there was none in the first half in the last game. Lots of highlights in the first half of this one. And Graham has the ball here for us. Finds Castrop with it and Larice and Bolly and Tate. And some nice football here. Bolly with the ball again. And hey, why do you need a striker when your right winger can score the goals? Charles Bolly puts another one past the goalkeeper from that right-hand side. And that's 2-0 to Kilmarnock. Nice football here, nice kind of one-touch stuff, volley stuff, and then Tate finds Bolly, and it's almost a carbon copy finish compared to the first goal. Another highlight here, Kokavas finds Tate, and what can Tate do? He plays it back to Hardley and Burton, and maybe this will come to the right-hand side. It goes to Burton again, back to Hardley. There's a chance if we lose the ball, it's very worrying there. That was I'm not sure if that was a ball forward or a speculative effort from inside his own half, but either way, it was not good. Larice gets the ball. Can he find Graham? He plays through Graham and Graham hits it straight at the goalkeeper, but he was offside anyway. We're actually kind of getting a bit of a problem. None of the strikers are doing particularly well, so I'm now considering, do we put Bolly permanently on the right-hand side and put Rodell Richards up front? Because typically when Rodell Richards is available, I'll play him on the right-hand side and move Bolly over. But I'm wondering, Bolly seems to play better on the right, so is it worth maybe pushing Rodell Richards up front, Bolly on the right, and then try and find between Larice and Burke someone on the left, or maybe bring someone else in, because certainly none of the strikers are doing what they're meant to at the moment. And Bolly's being our top goal scorer. Talking about Bolly, he appears to have an injury, so we will bring on Ross Forrest for him on that right hand side. Hopefully we don't have to worry about the lack of flair and technical skill from Bolly. Hopefully we've got this game sewn up at 2-0 at the moment and we don't give away 2 silly goals in the last 15 minutes. Maybe I've just put the curse of death on the ball through for Graham. Can Graham finish? He can. Just as I was saying, our strikers aren't scoring goals. Graham gets that opportunity and he does slot it away. With that 17 finishing he does have. See, Kokavas heads that ball to Castrop and Larice with a lovely through ball in behind the defence. Graham slots that in the bottom corner. 3-0 Kilmarnock. Throw in here for Motherwell on their left-hand side. Throw in to Duffy. What's going to happen here? Is he going to hit it? He is indeed, but Much tips that ball over the bar, and it's still 3-0 for us. It's actually been a very even game when you look at the number of shots and the possession in the game. Just we've got the goals when it's mattered. 10 minutes still to go, and we have another highlight here. Lots of highlights in this last game, I must say. Kolkovas somewhat wins that ball, but it ends up being intercepted and hardly heads it away, and it's headed back towards Twine, and can Twine finish? It's just wide of the goal. And maybe we should make some changes because there are only 10 minutes left and we've only made one of them. Jens Kastrup can have a wee break. Andre Wood's coming on for him, and Velasquez can come on in the middle of the park as well. Give Burton a little rest as well. He's had a good game. Yes, we'll pressure or put the press on Coulson there. And just as we reach the end of this game, we have another highlight from although the game is in the bag, the win is there. Hopefully we can keep it a clean sheet. Maybe we can get another goal here. Tate with the ball. Finds Larice on the left-hand side. He finds Woods. Can they swing the ball in the box here? He does indeed. And Tate finishes at the front post. His 5th goal of the season. And 4-0. And what a demolition of Motherwell here. It doesn't look like, if you just looked at the statistics, we particularly dominated the game. But in terms of the actual number of goals scored, we certainly did. 4-0 now for Kilmarnock. Tate just sneaks in. He appears to nutmeg the goalkeeper, which is beautiful indeed. 90th minute of the game. Are they checking for an offside? I don't think it was anywhere near. No, it wasn't. 4-0. And time ticks down to the full-time whistle, and that's 4-0 to Kilmarnock. A goal for Graham, a lesser-known goal for Graham, 2 for Bolly and 1 for Dylan Tate right at the end. I'm going to say I'm very happy with them, and that's a nice way to finish going into the winter break. And the league table looks like that going into the winter break. 3 points separate Celtic, ourselves and Rangers at the top. 4 points further back are Hibs, and then Hearts, Motherwell, St Mirren kind of battling, it looks like now, for 5th, 6th and 7th position there. Looks like it may be a 3-horse race for this title, of which we are one of those horses. Good to see that our striker's scoring some goals. Well, 1 goal. So what we'll do is we'll come back now in the next episode at the end of the January transfer window. We normally do this as we kind of transfer roundup. So I'll come back for the Aberdeen game and the Dunfermline game. Maybe just the Aberdeen game if we have lots of signings to talk about, and if not, if we don't have too many signings, we'll do the 2 games. Certainly Aberdeen and possibly Dunfermline as well. This is unless stuff gets moved about. Should we win against Queen's Park in the Scottish Cup, you know, it might move stuff about. But the intention is to come back tomorrow with a game against Aberdeen and a game against Dunfermline with the transfer special. So if you are looking forward to that, do leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until the next one, we'll see you then.